Hey everyone, Caddy Tulama here with another album review. Today, over the last couple of days, I was able to listen to Fenix Flexin, his new album, his first album, his debut album, Fenix Flexin Volume 1. And really struggled with this one. It's a debut album, so don't want to be like too harsh or slam the guy or anything like that. But I just don't think this is just one of those albums that go into the category of average, you know, club rap or cloud rap, you know, um, very average content. Um, it's a 15-track album, and I really struggled to find anything real positive I liked about Fenix Flexin. I felt that he didn't have a lot of flow changes, uh, very average lyrically. Um, this is one thing when I'm listening to one of these albums that are a um, a club rap type rapper, or somebody who's you know has a lot of the same sound as a lot of different artists. I One of the things I ask myself is, what separates you? What are you doing differently? And there's absolutely nothing that Fenix Flexin does differently than any other average artist off the street. You pick up you just pick one out of the bin, and you probably got a you know a 70% chance that you're going to get an album just like this. I mean, there's no real difference between him and the kid I did earlier. Ty Fontaine. There's no real difference between him and Ty Fontaine. I mean, you, in the 15 tracks, we got there's at least one reference to Perky's. There's one reference to there's a reference to we got to get the lean, Hennessy. Got to get the chop. Like there's nothing that set him apart at all throughout the whole album. I found it rather disappointing. A lot of talk about the ladies. I mean, it's really easy stuff to rap about. You know, selling dope, gang shit. You know, lyrically very simple, nothing complicated. Nothing to really hang his hat on, as in like this is what sets me different than the Ty Fontaines of the world, or whatever. Um, we had a lot of features on the album, but that really didn't, elevate it to any other level. We had Drakeo the Ruler, not a fan of. Rob Vicious, Bravo the Bag Chaser, D Block Europe, Peso Peso, Say So the Mac. Like this is a very similar group of artists, I find. Like they there's a reason they're on the album with him. I didn't find anything that they added or really elevated the album in any way. One thing I think, if I were to pick one thing that I felt I did like, was I felt the production of the album was very nice. There's a lot of good beats and a lot of good, a lot of good sound. in the album that I liked, that I'd like to hear, more talented, more experienced artists to use. Like I think that they could really. There's some beats on here that are rather very interesting. That's the one thing I would take away from it. Um, if you like club rap, if that's one of your things, you can definitely check him out. He definitely checks those boxes. What you're going to get in club rap, and but if you're looking for lyrics or theme or storytelling, um, display of artistry, this is not an album for you. You're not going to enjoy it. Um, at one point in the song, R.I.P. Mac P Dog, he literally rhymes R.I.P. Mac P three or four times in a row. Like that's like it's just so simple and easy. It's offensive to artists that really put in a lot of work. These type of albums are just, I find offensive to that. Like I just I really don't want to. I don't really want to spend too much time taking them down, but it's just there was really nothing on here I found entertaining or anything. So take that for what you will. Um, I would put him as a C tier artist at this point. He's right down there with Ty Fontaine. Um, didn't show anything. Didn't show anything to elevate him above that, in my opinion. But other people may have different ideas. They may have heard something else or saw something else in him that maybe I didn't see. So if you're one of those guys, if you've listened to the album, go ahead and hit me up in the comments. Hit the like, subscribe button. If you've listened to Fenix Flexin Volume 1, tell me what you guys thought. This has been Caddy Tilama. I'll catch you guys in the next one.